one screen next up, but I'm the number one candidate. I'm a number one like you say. Used to kick ball on the estate back then. T90s with the Levi's matching.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next is one of the...
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
The Jets at 5-4 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Here's Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up second down. Back to the ground with Hall. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing is Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Play action. Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Throwing is Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield they get to it. 3rd and 3. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it. Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead. Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. To throw is Rodgers.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
Harris will start the drive out.
Shoves him aside. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
He throws it on the move but can't connect. ball's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now McManus will line up for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. That is caught. And Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Rodgers now to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
Rodgers going to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Rodgers.
Quick slant caught by Pierce.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
Touchdown!
Alec Pierce.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not. Position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync.
Now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, New York.
Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Now it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And it's 21-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Rams going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Stafford's throw here caught by Mims.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Hall. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
First down, New York.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Going right back to Wilson.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Garrett Wilson.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
48-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get.
Now a hit and a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense. Just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. They work now on 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Williams. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Tanner Muse there defensively. Now 2nd and 9.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Stafford. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. No reason not to try. to indeed convert on 4th. From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Jets' 16-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
To throw is Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. You're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
McManus's point after is good, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
Now they're 2 scores. Side, still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Able to push his way through, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
That is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
A.J. Dillon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now it's Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st down, it's Stafford.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Here's Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Throwing is Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nacua.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, Stafford.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. One last throw here for Stafford. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. But if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where